It's a vibe. DJ Marcus J.
Yo, what up, DJ Marcus? You know this is part of my flow. You understand what I'm saying? We here, we holding it down.
Like, I'm gonna bite the bullet.
All right, so feel free to pick your spot on the panel. Pick your seat.
That's Meta American's best.
Not America's best. Hey, yo. Word up. That's me. He said America.
You got Meta America's best rings.
You better know that we're the first panel up in this piece.
Sometimes,
How come my shit's fugazi? I'm telling you, my joint is always. I don't ever get it to work right. Man.
That's all right, though. We still
Hey,
love
somebody's phone's going on. Hey.
I'm just trying to get used to the controls in here.
I know you don't be over here. I've never even seen an avatar with you.
Right, I never seen his avatar for real. It's like
Yeah, I never come over here. Once in a while, I might come over to go to
Okay.
So what do you call it, Boo Bangers?
Go on mute before everybody blows up your phone.
Yeah.
So I feel like I need to be on the phone. Like, oh hey, hey, how you doing? Hey, man, that's what I was talking about.
Metaverse, you look amazing.
Hey, yo, for real, they do though. For real, this looks great. Everybody coming out and supporting and whatnot.
Are we streaming live to somewhere?
Yes, we are going to be streaming live on my Twitch channel. We're going to be on my YouTube here in a minute as well. I got to make sure we're good there because it's my first time streaming there. But we will be on my Twitch as well. Tyree is streaming on his channels as well. So,
Okay.
Now, FYI, when we do tomorrow and the next night, we'll probably have some more streaming options as well too. Just because we have a few more bots we can use, so we may have a little more leeway there.
Okay.
So, like I said, in about 7 minutes, we're going to start this. So, panelists, thank you again. When it comes to these panels, as I go through them, I'm going to do a quick greeting to everybody, thank everybody that's here. And then after we do that, we'll get everything started. And it's funny because I'm actually trying to work my bot to get camera angles and be a moderator.
Work your bot.
Hey,
work
work
your
your body on the boat.
Work your body.
on the boat.
So the next
Work your
panel after
body
this
on
one, I
the
keep
boat.
bouncing back and forth from spot to spot.
Yo, I kill you gotta get your custom avatar, man. I'm telling you, you and John Robinson, y'all need your what's up?
Kawan.
Word up.
You and John Robinson need y'all custom avatars. Lux hooked me
You
up,
do,
man. We got my whole
you can't tell me nothing right now.
Yo, for real, like
yeah.
Tell me
Meta
nothing
Queen
right
got
now.
his joint. Yo, he was like a whole different person. Like I feel like we just need to be up in VR chat, just take pictures.
Yeah.
Word up.
Word up.
Yo, these bots be looking serious.
You ain't lying.
I know. I be
Straight up.
Like, are you recording or you doing security?
Really?
Here for the vibes ain't even playing. He is here for the vibes only.
Right.
Where's
Only.
it at?
So that is
I'm
the
gonna
only
need you to
reason he
get
is
the
here.
vibes, boy, 'cause he is right here looking
Right.
at you like, no, we want vibes.
Right.
Yeah. Word up.
In a second.
If you ain't got nothing else to say, I ain't with it.
The first time I roll up on the bot, I'm just like, why this dude so rude, man? Don't you hear me talking to him? Just
I know, right.
Yeah.
They ain't saying nothing, right? Why they ain't saying nothing,
No.
right?
And when I first logged on, we didn't have legs, so I was wondering. I'm like, yo, why there's some of these avatars that got mad attitude. They just be coming in the spotlight. They ain't got nothing else to say, is it?
Right.
Walk right past you and shit. Ain't got nothing else to say.
And for all my New Yorkers from elementary school, you remember the saying, "You got eye problems."
You got eye problems. Though. Why he looking at me? Why you eyeballing me like that?
I used to say I do, actually.
Damn, I ain't heard that shit in a long time.
I do have eye problems. Yo, where my glasses at? Where my glasses at? I didn't know you was gonna have jokes.
Yo,
Shoot.
where Tyree at? Tyree, you need to pay your avatar dues, man. Your avatar's gray box. What's going on?
Oh no.
No, I see him.
I see him. I see him. And he looks
You
friendly.
watching
I gotta
through
pay.
Dubai. You all the way in Dubai.
I gotta pay my avatar
snap.
dues. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, snap. Yeah, she going in talking about you all the way over there.
Mm-hmm. Listen, don't remind me. I'm still waiting
Yo,
for the
we
sun to
got-
come up.
Yo, Marcus, you had some heavy hitters come out today. You got like for real, like there's some heavy hitters in the audience,
Look,
yo.
truly,
like, for real. Shout out
truly
to the
blessed.
audience. I don't know if they can hear us
shout
and
out
shit,
to
but yo,
audience.
straight up,
Yeah.
yo, throw the confetti up in the air, yo, for real, y'all
Sorry,
look great out there,
trigger,
yo.
Marcus.
Y'all came out
Okay,
here.
there we go.
This
Knock
is what's
you
up.
out. Oh,
Shout out to the audience. That's the celebrity.
It's all
That's
good.
all celebrity status
and
out
I
there.
definitely
all
got to say
y'all.
shout out and thank you to Tink and thank
Word
you to
up,
Jordan the
yeah.
Twin. The two of them, this world is
Go.
possible because of them. So this event
Word up.
in
What's
Horizon is
up?
definitely possible because of them. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I truly appreciate for all you did.
Word up.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
All right, we're about
real.
to start here in just a couple minutes. So this panel will go to 8:30. If there's anybody, like when this panel ends, we're going to try to get some other people in here. We are streaming this live on my Twitch channel, which I'm about to hit go live here in a moment. I just want to make sure I got the volume right so they can hear what you all say. Let me just make sure. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to turn up the volume just a little bit.
Oh my God, I was doing something.
So all 3 days we will be live streaming. Now I'm just keeping the book. At some point, please don't be shocked if we ask somebody as a favor to lead a world. It ain't nothing personal for you. It may be like our next panel. We got to get a panel member in, whatever the case may be. So it ain't like we got nothing against you or nothing like that. So I promise you, because if we had something against you, we just would bounce you from the word and just not say nothing. So it's literally out of respect to get somebody else in here. So, but hopefully that won't happen.
You got to leave.
Tomorrow, excuse me, if you get that tap on your shoulder, no. But tomorrow and Thursday we'll be in VR chat, so we'll have about double the capacity for avatars. So hopefully in that time we won't have that issue. So, panelists, you got any questions here?
No, I'm good.
No, let me just preface that everything I'm going to be talking about is obviously for the people on your live, because none of these people need to hear anything I got to say because they're all super experienced. So
Say exactly. So
appreciate
you
y'all.
have heard him speak before.
Appreciate y'all
We
coming
do
out.
have 5 bullet points. Oh, wait a second. I'll be right back. I got to go grab something really quick before I start. We do have 5 bullet points. Oh, Tink. Actually, Tink. Can you do the thing?
Can you do the thing, Tink? Yes, you could do the thing.
Let me be specific.
Thing.
That's
Yeah.
Let me
definitely
be specific.
I was
Your
going to say
governance-
The
that sounds
panels,
a little-
with the
Do that
panels.
thing. I need
You know
to
how
do that
minds
thing.
get here in the metaverse sometimes. This ain't Second Life. This ain't we in Horizon. Let's act appropriately, which we the same over here too. So it's all good.
I got you.
All righty, cool. Thank you. Matter of fact, if I was thinking, we put them down here, but I wasn't even thinking. Yes, let me mute myself in Discord, myself. And then we're going to get this one started.
Word.
Yeah, because I want to make sure we don't cut into everybody's time here. Let me turn my bot so that my bot's in view. Give me one quick second. There we go. I'm over here in the Atari. If I can do this.
I'm looking for
Now
I'm
we
looking
can
for
see
question number
everybody.
5. So it's something I can answer.
All right. Time to get this one going. 3, 2, 1. What up, everybody? My name is DJ Marcus J, aka Mr. Block Party, and I want to welcome you all to the Metaverse Music Conference. We have brought together, we have been blessed to bring together a host of talent a host of creatives here in the metaverse from various platforms. Today, we're going to do our first day over here in Horizon. Tomorrow and Thursday, we're going to be over in VR Chat. I will be the first moderator for the first panel discussion. I don't want to sit here and talk a whole bunch about me. I want to actually introduce you to our esteemed panel members, and we are blessed to have some heat on this panel. Blessed to have some heat on this panel and every single one. And yes, for anybody who's viewing us on Twitch, I have a habit of randomly grabbing stuff by accident with my avatar that I shouldn't. So to start things off, we have the one and only to my left, MetaClean Rupert. Rupert is a true ambassador for the metaverse, VR, XR. If you want to know stuff that's going on in the metaverse, if you want to find somebody who is truly trying to better the metaverse for everybody out here, MetaClean is the man that you want to talk to. If you are trying to find ways to monetize what you're doing here, MetaClean is an example, a beacon of somebody to talk to. So MetaClean, I want to thank you for being a part of this panel. And I promise you, the few words that I say are not enough to describe our panel members. Next up, you see the name. If you're a hip-hop head, you already know. This man has been in the game for over 25 years doing his thing. Legendary. This man is a humble person. He'll say that sometimes maybe not enough people know what they do. Brother, I'm going to let you know, nah. It is tons of people that know what you all do. Salute to all the work. We got the legendary I Killed the MC, my fault. And if you don't know, have you ever heard of the legendary crew, the legendary Jurassic 5? It's 1/5 of the Jurassic 5 right here. The one and only. I Killed the MC, brother. I thank you for being a part of this. One more seat over.
Thank you for having me.
Brother, thank you again for being a part of this. Hip hop royalty, the one and only. Hey, yo! Hip hop's ambassador here to the metaverse, Yo Afro. She is an artist. Matter of fact, when it encompasses all 4 stages of hip hop, she's done them all. And she's probably done 2 more that we don't even know about here that we haven't even discovered yet. But shout out to Yo Afro. She's a hip hop royalty. She does her thing. She's an MC. She's also here to do a lot of coaching. She's training people, helping them come into the metaverse, inspiring artists. Crazy with the merch. Crazy with the merch. When you look at us tomorrow over in VR Chat, when I go live, you'll actually see me rocking a shirt from her. Salute to you.
Yo, thank you.
Ridiculous MC in the building. BX to ATO, the one and only Yo Afro. Next up, we have one of my favorite, and this is only one way that I'm describing him, tech people in here in the metaverse. I cannot tell you how much stuff I learned from Second Life Rich. One of the things that we'll talk about is branding during these sessions here. In Second Life, I actually learned over going back to ArtSpace how to do custom clothing for my avatar. So if you're about your brand, if you're about building in here, I'm telling you, Second Life Rich is the man. And I got to say a special shout out to his wife, Spared by Me. She's in here big with education here in the metaverse. Second Life, thank you for being a part of this. To the next seat down. Wow. This man is an educator. He's an author, producer, phenomenal MC. And when I say educator, I promise you, he's educating you, an accomplished author. And not only that, this brother here, I promise you, if you ever heard him flow before, you're going to get educated while he's flowing. You're going to get educated while he's flowing. You'll be entertained and educated. One of my favorite spitters is in the building, John Robinson, MC. Thank you for being a part of this panel.
Thank you. And shout
Of
out
course,
to all the beautiful
last
people
but
in the
not
building.
least.
We see y'all.
Salute to everybody here in the audience. Jen Smash, and I'm making these introductions longer for this first one because we are kicking things off. But we have Jen Smash, my goodness, accountant to the stars. If you think about hip hop, go back, think about R&B in the 90s, think of your favorite artists, and guess what? It's a great chance they've done business with her at some point in some form or fashion. And we're not even exaggerating on that one. She's also bringing her wealth of knowledge here to the metaverse. She is a former I can't really say former. You may not hold office, but you're always still a mayor, no matter how it goes. So shout out to Jen Smash. I'm going to shut up talking because I want to get to these panel discussions here. So with our esteemed panel.
Thank you.
And again, thank you as well for being a part of this.
Thank you, Marcus.
Audience, our first
Shout out
panel
DJ
discussion.
Marcus J.
Word up.
Yes, DJ Marcus J.
Okay, we here. Oh, you know what? One other thing I want to say before I ask these two questions, there's two goals that we have for this event. One, if you're already in the metaverse, you're a creative, an artist, whatever the case may be, there's probably people in here that you haven't met, you haven't networked with. We want to give you a chance to do that today, tomorrow, the day after, and going past that. We just want to try to foster those communications between you. The other thing, to everybody that's watching out there, we want to make sure that you know what we do here in the metaverse. Shout out, I got to say a big shout out to Tyree. He is also recording this and streaming this as well. Enough of me talking. Panel.
Yes.
Our discussion is going to be what is the metaverse and what does it have to offer artists? So my first question is, what is the metaverse and how is it different from existing social media platforms? And I do ask that you keep your responses to under 2 minutes just because we can get everything in for everybody.
Absolutely. First of all, I'm going to go kick it off because I think this is something I know. We have some amazing talent on here, and they can probably speak better to some of the latter stuff. But, the metaverse basically is just another form of social media. For those who are in the space, know that it is a truly immersive experience. Spatially, we act as if we are in the same room together. Audio, we can act as if we can hear each other, as if we're having a conversation. How I think it can benefit an artist, I spent a lot of time in looking at the development of the platform, how we can really utilize this thing to expand our brands. And be clear, it's not a replacement for anything we do in our physical world, but it is an absolute expansion. So for me, it's really, really easy. Because we create everything that we see in this space, we curate our entire existence, meaning that we can create the things we want to see, the people we want to be around, and the experiences we want to have. For an artist, it is really important now because now you have all the control at your fingertips. And when I say all the control at your fingertips, I literally mean that. You now can create whatever community that you have always wanted to create, surrounded with the people that need to be there, that understand what your sound is and enjoy your music, right? Because this is about the music, but also create the environment and the experiences that you want to create for your fan base. If you want to have a concert in outer space, you can absolutely do that. If you want something more traditional as a venue, you can also do that. But there's just a level of control that we can have here in the metaverse that I don't think we've ever really been able to achieve at the cost that it takes us to get there and the speed and the time it requires to make it happen.
Okay, I like that.
Next question.
Word.
Well, I say, anybody else want to expound upon that? Any other thoughts?
Yeah, I'll say something.
Okay, Akil.
The metaverse to me is it's interactive social media and stuff, where you actually can talk to somebody, and whereas opposed to other social media, I'm typing and stuff, and you know how it is when somebody types something, people always get something wrong, they read into it wrong and stuff. So what I've seen with, through the metaverse and stuff, it's more a social, like I said, interactive type of thing and stuff. And then as an artist, you're open to the world and stuff, it's, many people in here from all over and stuff. So you as an artist, you don't just get to shoot to one demographic and stuff, you know what I'm saying? You have the world at your disposal and stuff. So, I'm a big fan of it and stuff, just by being able to shoot videos in here and, just utilize all of the tools, available for you to have your own space and stuff. Whereas in the so-called real world and stuff, you couldn't just build a world, you know what I'm saying? Like, it costs a lot of money and stuff. So in here, infrastructures to build things and stuff is a lot more accessible to us and stuff. So that's what the metaverse to me is.
Look, I like that point you made. Like the venue that we're in here right now, again, I have to shout out Tink and I have to shout out Jordan the Twin. They made this venue in a matter of a few hours, right? From nothing. Right. We all know if you tried to make a venue out of nothing in a few hours outside the headset, you'd be lucky if you got a 10 over your head. You know what I'm saying? At most. So
it's gonna cost you. It's gonna cost. It's gonna definitely cost. So.
we haven't even gotten to that point, but that's something I definitely want to emphasize to anybody who's not familiar with the metaverse. A lot of these points that they're touching on, I promise you, as we go through the conference, you're going to have panel discussions on a lot of what they're actually speaking on here now. Rich, I saw you. Did you have a comment that you wanted to say?
Well, I was just going to say that for me, the metaverse is the 3D version of the 2D internet, the 2D World Wide Web. So it's just the upgraded version. So instead of scrolling and pointing and clicking, you walking around, sitting down and standing next to people having conversations. And the way that an environment like this can help artists, can help the music industry is, first of all, you can have immersive spaces where you have listening parties. You can actually get close and personal with your audience, with your fans, in a way that you would never be able to do on a chat room or something like that on social media, or like or even on the Instagram live. Like, like it's just you and two other people on a live. But here in the metaverse, look at us. We up here on a panel, and each one of us at a different point on the earth. Metaclean Rupert, he's in Dubai. Like, come on, But we're all here together as though we're in one space and sharing an experience and sharing the audio, sharing the video and everything else. And so for the music industry, for the entertainment industry, I mean, that's a level up from social media, in my opinion.
Yeah, facts.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. Well said.
You know what? Yo, Afro, I believe she was saying something, but I believe you're on mute.
I am. I'm sorry. I am on mute. My bad. I just wanted to say, it's everything that they're saying, as well as for me, it's just another way to expand what you do in the real world. Everything that you do as an artist, as a brand, you can do on a whole digital platform and reach out to so many different people, so much more than you would in your own city, your own state, your neighboring states. You got so much more of an expand, to work with people, to network, to sell whatever it is that you're selling, to create, to grow. So the metaverse is so many different things, but to be able to jump up in here and create and build with all these different people, that's a gem in itself. So yeah, y'all need to get up in here. Whoever don't have a headset, get up in here and rock with us, because as an artist, there's so much that you can do for yourself in here that you can do out there eventually. So yeah, this is the spot to be. Right up.
Right.
Gin Smash.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, wait. John,
I think
No,
John,
I'll say a little something. I know I'm fairly new to the space, like probably about 4 months in, but I've definitely been studying the space and doing my due diligence to learn the basics of building, etc. And just the user experience overall, but then also understand better the opportunities of connection and collaboration and really doing things in a way that, like Second Rich just described, Second Life Rich, where he's saying, like, yo, literally it feels like we're all in the same room, but we're in different places and points in the world. So understanding that, tuning into it, Fro said it best too, like bringing my real life world into this space, right? And expanding it here, but also imagining the things I wish I could do in real world and bringing those ideas here as well. And I'll say this, like the metaverse to me is like being in here, just to describe it, own words, no technicals, right? I would say the metaverse is understanding that you're connected with people through energy, right? And energy really matters more than a lot of the other things, right? Because these avatars don't have a lot of emotion. So it's really your energy and your voice and just that energy you give, right? So I think also we have to realize that a lot of us are from the same eras, right? Like in different layers, we're from the same eras. So guess what? We're going to have some of the same ideas. And that's okay, because that happens in real life too. It's not just one of this thing and one of that thing. So I think I see this as this, just layered cultural fabric that's continually growing. You know, it's not
Word
perfect,
up.
but it has a lot of
Poetic.
potential to really change the world. It's changing the world and how people interact, do business,
each
et
other,
cetera, et
yeah.
cetera.
I agree.
And I pass the mic to Jen Smash.
Hip hop is in the house.
Let's do it.
Well, to me, I take a little bit different. This actually saved my life. So it changed my life.
Wow.
It gave me perspective and a new breath of life for my situation, and I want to do that for other people, especially in my position. For the music industry, whoa, we just started, guys. So it's really trying to interpret to the people that haven't been in here yet, but as soon as they hit the stage of the metaverse, the music industry is going to change and is changing as we see it. So I'm excited. I am communicating with people outside that yes, you are here. You can make money in the metaverse, especially in the music industry. And so just watch out. You hold on tight, buckle in, because we're in for a ride.
Hey, yo.
You know
better
what? I
you
love
said
that answer,
right
Jen
there,
Smash,
yo.
because you're actually going to
Word
segue
up.
to the next discussion, that panel point discussion that I want to have. For artists who are thinking about coming in here, let's be honest. Artists prefer to be artists full time. Like, I don't know too many artists that want to be an artist, but then they also want to do maybe a job or something like that that's not their call, and they really want to put their full focus into it. So it's all about the money sometimes, and we unfortunately know that's the case. So what new revenue streams would you say are available for music artists in the metaverse? Example, like merchandise, ticket sales, NFTs, whatever the case may be. Let's try to tell the people outside the headset what exists in here.
Yo.
And feel
So
free,
that's-
whoever wants to take that one, I kill. He
Yeah.
raised his hand
Yo,
quickly,
first
but
of
so did Fro.
all, let me just say this. Okay,
I'm just trying to figure it out.
I mean, I just want to. I'll probably jump back in. Let me just say this. I can honestly say, when I say that what you do in the real world, you can do here. You can sell your merch here. You can sell your music. You know, send people to all of your social media platforms where you're selling your merch, selling your music, whatever your business is. The fact that you can sell and there's money being exchanged on this platform, on a digital platform, is crazy. First off, okay? So as far as revenue, don't think it's a game. Don't think it's a game with no benefits. Don't think it's just a game where you just game and that's it. No, you really lifing in here. We're just colorful, bright, happy people throwing confetti, shape shifting. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Just taking the time out of our day to do things, to sell, you know, whatever it is that we're doing for our business, we're deciding on doing it this way. And some do it full time, you know? But yo, this is definitely a way where you can go ahead and make some money as an independent artist. You're not wasting your time. Bringing artists up in here, to me, now that there's ways that you can sell your merch, you can sell your CDs and interact with people on a personal level. And again, you're selling it. Well, whether it's a donation, whether it's marked at $5, you're still being able to sell your music. There's no middleman. When they hear that, okay, so Fro, so where do I need to go? How long you been doing that? Like, I'm loving the fact that I could bring artists up in here so they can go ahead and perform every once in a while, and some want to become residents. Look at my bro over here, John Robinson. Akil was the one who invited me up in here, and I ended up like, what? You could do what? Let's what? I'm out. And I wasn't playing, been in here ever since. Yeah. So, man, please, there's so much that you can do. There's so many win-wins in this space, you know, and it's not just for the digital purpose. You could do this. You could do what you do in the digital world and do it out there, as well as vice versa. But yo, man, there's so many ways that you can get yours in the metaverse. For real, for real.
Yeah, for sure. For me, I think that it's as simple as looking at it like everyone in these avatars are actually just grown-ups. And anytime you get grown-ups into an area, they potentially buy stuff. You can potentially sell them stuff. So if you're thinking about monetization, you can just look at this place the same way you would look at any other venue or platform. If you think about your Instagram, you create content and you make it more visible, grow in popularity. But then on the other end, you convert that traffic into money by selling merch, selling music, selling services or whatnot. So you apply the same type of principles onto this location. Like the metaverse is a location, just like the social media is a location. So this location has grown-ups in it, and you show these grown-ups things that they're interested in. Some of them will purchase, just like on any other platform. And so that's one layer. But another layer is that an artist, an entertainer can use this platform for creating content that they wouldn't maybe be able to create in the real world. You can shoot music videos that may be entertaining and may be interesting on a level that maybe you couldn't achieve in the physical world. You can get people together in groups, and you can go in all types of different environments and do things that you can use for promos that then could lead to sales of your merch and music and movies and content or whatever you've got to sell. So like I would just look at it like people are grouped up on the platform, and so just find ways of presenting to them just like on any other platform. Like if you was on anywhere else, it's no different.
Think, Jen, you have something to say?
Yeah. What was the question? God damn. I never knew the Sorry. Money. The money. Listen, I have a different perspective. When I came into the metaverse the first time, I saw the concert of Notorious B.I.G. on stage. And all I could do is think, calculating, since I'm an accountant, that whatever money is being made, monetized, is going to feed his family still to this day. And I was very proud of that. And so I was motivated that, hey, I need to tell my old clients, especially the ones that are old, finished, their star is dimmed a little bit. Hey, you can reinvent yourself and come in here. Yeah, but you're not just, it's not about the money, it's the experience you have. I never forget when I first heard John Robinson, Yo Afro, Akil, everybody that performed, I felt some kind of way. That can always convert into money. I'm going to buy your t-shirt because you made me feel a certain way in the metaverse, where you can't really have this close personal feeling in the real world. It is different in here. I think I feel the words more. I feel the beat more. I feel it differently than out there, and that can convert into money any kind of way.
Yeah. I did want to throw in real quick, just something that I'm looking forward to seeing more of is, and I don't even know what it looks like yet, right? But I'm thinking about how, you being an artist, especially the artists who are mainly IRL and they're coming into here, expanding what they're doing out there, how to get people involved that are not necessarily here yet, but have these supporter, listener, connect, interactive experiences that are just curated in a different way that can't really happen in real life easily. You know what I'm saying? And I think here it's easy to make those wow experiences happen. Just because you can go anywhere, you can, create and curate these experiences, and it's just, I'm looking forward to how that's going to revolutionize just the direct-to-consumer for all creatives, just because you can create in a way here that you can't easily in real life all over the world,
Yeah, for sure. Akil, did you want to say something? Akil, did you want to say something? Oh, okay. Okay. No. Well, I think everybody here makes extremely valid points, right? So So for me, I don't really look at the technology as a barrier, right? It's just an expansion. So when I look at the metaverse, because it's such a new platform, I think the problems that sometimes people have relating to what we do here is because it is so very different, right? But for me, it's never really about reinventing the wheel because the wheel already exists. Like what makes a difference is the vehicle that the wheel is on. So the metaverse is just a new vehicle in which we keep things rolling. I think Rich touched on a very important point, right? We're in Web3 technology. And if you kind of think about it like that, right, the progression of technology has always existed. It doesn't matter what it is, whether you're using a quill to a pen or a horse to a car, the technology exists. Web 1 was just basic communication, right? We have the ability now to communicate with each other over these electronic devices. To make it relatable, it was texting each other, right? But then we transitioned into Web 2, where we add the ability to take pictures and do video, right? Now we're in Web 3. It's spatial. We're now being able to communicate through text, take pictures and video, but now we can appear to each other in the same room at the same time. And I think that is extremely powerful for what you can control when you think about your day-to-day basis and how much of it you don't control. Like every artist on here is going to have a conversation when it comes to streaming and ownership of the rights to their music, right? This is an age-old conversation that we've been having with record labels as we've given our creativity away and haven't always capitalized on it. But the metaverse now, I believe, is acting as a conduit to funnel all of those things that you have learned, every single experience that you've gained in life, and now can stream that directly for a pay-to-play type experience for your customers and consumers.
Right.
You know what I got to say, this audience, can you do me a favor? Can we see some confetti for the panel members here? Like artists and artists that they drop in here now, please, some confetti. I'll tell you what, we started a little late, so we're going to go over just a couple minutes. I actually purposely made each panel over here this first night a little longer just in case we needed some cushion here. So I'm going to ask one more question on this panel here. And again, I thank every single one of you for being a part of this and literally being the first panel ever of this conference. So I do thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think, that's the head that the hearts come out from. I thank you for that. So the last question that I want to pose to you here, and this is kind of piggybacking off of a statement that John Robinson had just made a couple minutes ago. But he referred to that wow factor in here, some of the things that you can see in the metaverse that you may not see outside of the headset. So the question that I pose to the panel is, how can music artists leverage the metaverse to host virtual concerts, tours, and live performances in ways that you can't do outside the headset? Please, Yo Afro, RDC.
Most definitely.
Go ahead. You want to say something, Akil? Go ahead, because I went first line, but I had to jump on that. I just had to jump because there's a lot going on.
No. No, as an artist, definitely I seen that. That was one of the first things I seen. I first got into alt space and stuff, and one of my partners said, "Oh, I want to shoot a video for you in here and stuff," and I was like, "You can do that and stuff," and so. And he was like, "Man, I want to throw a concert and stuff, and so that idea of me being able to be in a place and can have concerts thrown or shows thrown in front of groups of people and stuff, it translated the same way as if I'm in a venue, in the so-called real world or whatnot and stuff. But but even more so, like I said earlier and stuff, just being in contact with the whole world at the same time and stuff. Whereas if I'm like in the real world, like if I'm doing a show in France and stuff, then I have to fly there to go there to be there. But in this world, you know what I'm saying, different people from France, from Germany, from all over the world can actually be in the same place at the same time, which is not available for people to do, on the outside world and stuff. So this is definitely a viable situation for artists. Definitely, I'm a performer. I love to perform. So this is definitely a platform that I love. I think just a couple of technical issues and stuff, but we getting there though and stuff. But other than that, for the most part, I think it's a beautiful world and stuff. So
definitely, we're definitely beginning the stage is still working out technology, but we're getting there. Yo, Afro, I know you got something to say to this.
Yo, let me tell y'all something. First of all, okay, if somebody would have said to me 2 years ago that you're going to be in the metaverse and you're going to have a concert, a summer concert series popping off in 2024, I would have been like, come on, stop playing. I don't have some. JR, do I have summer concert series out in Atlanta?
Yeah, last week we had one. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, I was about to say, come on now. No, but I'm just saying, like, we have our occasional shows, but we don't do tours. At least not no series, not like this, not where we can go ahead and just grab artists, be able to get artists paid, grab sponsors, combine everybody, and just do what it do. Have some dope ass venues, and I'm talking about shiny, bedazzled, jeweled out venues, to whereas in the real world we have to go and see if we can get with the promoter and see what kind of deal we're going to cut for the door so that we can get some people paid, and then we can go ahead and do what we got to do for the couple of hours that they're going to give us in some venue that we didn't help build, and it might even be a little stink, or it might be a little sticky on the floor, or whatever the case may be, and then we got to deal with some of our friends leaving the spot and being too drunk to drive, or some of them may even have on some jewels and they might get robbed on the way out. We don't have to worry about that here in the metaverse. You feel what I'm saying? And then the support system is crazy. Like, it's just not no ordinary people. I'm sorry. Everybody up in here got something to give, got purpose. They all do something up in here. So everyone wants to join in. Everybody wants to build. Everybody wants to go ahead and create. So when you have all of that, you got a beautiful thing. You don't always have that in the real world. As an independent artist, you're doing it by yourself. This is why it's important for you to sell that merch. This is why it's important for you to sell that music, because you got to pay you got to invest in yourself. It's easy in the metaverse to rock out a venue. I just went ahead and built a little something within 3 hours just the other day. I ain't going to wake up in Atlanta anytime soon talking about, I think I'm going to go ahead and do this build this morning and, go ahead and have people come on in and rock the stage today. I'm just going to go ahead and get all the tools that I need. No, it just doesn't rock like that. And, to be able to put something together for everybody to come in and join in on the good vibes and have a good time. That's man, please, what? I'm so amped right now. We getting ready to kick off something so dope. We getting ready to bring in some people that y'all have heard before, but they getting another moment to shine. And that's a beautiful thing. And that's what we want. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, this right here is the place to be. And I love it. And not only do I represent hip hop in the real world, but I represent y'all while I'm out in the real world, because this shit is dope. For real. Straight up. Hip hop is in the house.
Yeah, something I'll add to that in terms of how to make it different, right? How to do something different in here. I've been blessed to do things like, the traditional in-store or an intimate meet and greet, blah, 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 right? Whatever locale I'm in. And that's cool. That's amazing. People love it. But imagine doing that with all the onlookers that would normally see you in that one locale on IG or social media, but they can all join together and experience that in this communal way. And then even taking it to levels of you building community with your listening ship, your support ship, right? And then you eventually involve them in some of the experiences, create this communal build situation where it's like a think tank of people who are on different things. I've met a lot of just my real life supporters who, we're kicking it. They're like, I've been, studying blockchain technology for the last 10 years. And then I'm like, I need to know you. You're in my Rolodex, bro.
Right.
Just that.
Right.
Or a sis who's been it's an entertainment attorney for 25 years and knows everybody in the biz. I need to know you, sis. So it's another way for me to reimagine those things. But then also, like Fro said it, I can't not say that, especially being easily the newest metaverse citizen on the stage. Struggling, tumbling my words, but the welcoming vibe that I've received here, I know it's not all cookies and cream because it's not all that in real life, but I gotta say, for real, there's been an overwhelming sentiment of welcome since I've entered the space. I know it has a lot to do with some of the people I'm connected to and just, you know, the positive vibes that they show just naturally. But I really appreciated that. And it's something that I think we all should be proud of and keep going, be intentional about it. Because I keep hearing, you know, people who've been here for years say that same thing, and I feel it only in 4 months. So let's stay intentional on that welcoming spirit and really connect in that way. You know what I'm saying? If nothing else is perfect, be welcoming.
Yeah. My perspective is a little different. So I've done major tours. I know what that costs: insurance, production, lighting, insurance again, you know, tour bus, hotels, all that. There's a big cost, and being in here cuts that completely. And the bottom line is you're saving money just being in the metaverse. Now, the way I speak to the people that are coming in, I tell them, like, listen, there's no cost. You could be in your pajamas. You could be at home. There's no makeup. There's no hair. There's no stylist. You're not paying for anything. All it is an Oculus and you. And I think it's perfect in the metaverse to really make money in here. And the bottom line, period.
And the only thing I'll add is, first of all, I think everything that was said up here already is, you know, great. And the only thing to add would be the ability to collaborate with people in here. So, you know, out there in the physical world, there's all sorts of barriers and things that may get in the way. But in here, a lot of that is out the way. The collaborations in here are real, they're deep, and they're meaningful, and they can go long ways. And so, yeah, just that aspect of things as well.
All right, cool. Well, I tell you what, I'm sorry, Metaclean. I'm gonna give you quick 30 seconds, and then we do got to shut this one because we got to switch to our next panel.
Absolutely. So listen, I'm sitting in a world now with 30 other people who I did not know a few years ago. I've had the privilege to work with just about every single person sitting in this room, and we've all been able to contribute in the way that we can show up authentically with each other. We do not have to be in the same space, but I want you to realize something, and I'm gonna try and say this without getting too emotional. There is a reason that we understand what the benefit is of this metaverse, right? For whatever reason, there may be something in our physical lives in which we're just not getting, right? And I choose my words really carefully, right? Because I personally don't really like to say my real life because I'm extremely real in this headset. So the distinction I make is physical and virtual, right? Because to me, that is a distinction. But whatever it is that you have not been able to achieve for whatever reason, right? A lot of it may be confidence. A lot of it may be financial reasons. Some of it is just a plain time. We just don't have time to develop these platforms. The diversity in thought in which appears in this space doesn't matter what you look like, what your physical conditions are, what your gender, your sexuality, your race. None of that makes a difference whatsoever. And all these things that we have to deal with on a day-to-day basis, which are you know, presented to us to divide us, now are completely erased when we enter the space. We can all appear on the same playing field. Yes, our experiences and our knowledge makes a difference into how quickly we can get there sometimes because there is an understanding, but understand that anything that you think that you want to do, you can absolutely achieve. My favorite saying, and I say this repeatedly, is by Henry Ford, and he says, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right. But you can, and I'm going to say that really loudly to make sure you understand, whatever it is that you want to achieve that you have not been able to do in your physical life, you can achieve that here if you surround yourself with the right people and you just have a purpose and a message to share.
That's right.
You know what? I love that. I love that. That was a perfect words. Perfect words. Again, I cannot thank our panel members enough. Again, we have Metaclean Rupert, I Kill the MC, Yo Afro, John Robinson MC, Second Life Rich, and Jen Smash. I think I went out of order, but I remember the names, but I think I did go out of order.
It's day one.
Look, I'm just trying to make sure I didn't skip anybody. I'm like, just make sure you say all the names. So, again, I want to thank everybody that's in the the audience. Shout out again to Jordan the Twin. He built this world. Shout out to Tink. She built this world. We're going to take a quick 5-minute recess, and then we're going to be back with our second panel members, or our panel number 2. And panel number 2 will be building a strong brand as an artist. So we'll see you all back here in about 5 minutes.
Salute.
Thanks
to
again,
Marcus.
everybody.
Word up. Hey,
Big shout out,
yo.
Marcus.
Yo.
Jordan.
Word up, Marcus.
Thank you, sir.
Word
Yes,
up.
thank you.
Shout
Thank
out
you,
to
sir.
Metaverse Music Fest, Music Conference.
That's
Thank
my
you,
DJ.
man.
Yeah.
That's my DJ.
Let me see. Second Life,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
John Robinson, and Jen Smash with the glow. Some confetti for our panel members, please.
That's what I'm talking about, Jim.
All right, I got to jump. Oh, and I forgot to mention our second host for panel number 2 will be the one and only City Girl. And I'm quite sure she'll do a way better job than I did.
Who's taking the picture? Oh, wait. John Robinson.
Whose
John
camera
Robinson,
is
that's
that?
you. Hold on. Come here.
Oh, let me get
Okay,
in there. Hold
Everybody's
up.
in. Everybody's in. Try to- Hey, yo. Word up. Hey, Marcus back there. That's dope.
All right.
All right.
Where do we get off right here?
I think over
Yeah.
here.
Oh, yep, right over that way. Oh, yep, right over that way.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here tonight with us for this landmark event on the Metaverse Music Conference. Thank you very much to DJ Marcus and Mr. Block Party Radio for putting this all together. It's really exciting to be able to, share with these amazing talents that are up here on the stage, and those of you who have been able to come into the audience and experience this with us. As Marcus said earlier, tonight we're here in Horizon. In the next 2 days, we'll be in VR chat. And we've got a lot of topics to cover, so I want to jump in here. But because we do have a few new people on the panel, I'd like to give them some shout outs. So we start with Soul G, who is an OG and, a recording artist, a movie star, and somebody who's come in here and joined us in the metaverse, fully embraced it, does a lot of stuff over in VR chat with us, started out in alt space, and it's somebody that has a lot of experience in the music world on different levels. So we're super excited to have you here with us, Soul. So thank you for joining. And after Soul, we have Black Sands, who is doing big things over here in lots of platforms in the metaverse. She's got a business that she runs called Idea to Empire, while she lets people come with their ideas and then helps coach them and have them actually grow their dreams into a reality within the metaverse. And she's doing it across multiple platforms. And we're really excited to see the different things she has going there coming up. But she's got some good insight and valuable knowledge to share with us. And then we have Kawan Kimpachi, the recording artist here. He's been doing concerts in the metaverse. He's been, sharing with us the music that he makes in real life. And we're super excited to have his perspective up here on the stage. And of course, we welcome back Yo Afro and Jen Smash from Panel 1. So thank you all for joining us today. Good to have you here. And thank you to all of you who are here in the audience with us. So, building a brand as an artist. I have a background in marketing. I've been trying to build my brand in other ways within the metaverse and in real life. So it's exciting to see how to build your brand as a musician and as, different aspects of the music industry. So let's start with, how can you create a unique brand presence in the metaverse, seeing as there's so many people coming in here with incredible talent, wanting to, sing, perform, and all of that. How do you make yourself stand out? What's the differentiation that's there for you?
Well, I would say, just being an individual, and not trying to copy, paste anybody or anything else. You are unique in yourself. So if you just be yourself, you shouldn't have a problem standing out from anybody else as far as like your branding or whatever. I think people fall into that issue when they mimic other people's stuff, you know. So I think if you stick to being who you are, there's nobody like you. So that kind of takes care of itself.
I'd like to add to that as well. One of the things I always coach, my clients with is, what sets you apart from the other people? What differentiates you? And so, for instance, Angel the artist, for those of you who don't know, she's an amazing artist here in the Metaverse. And, I've never seen her without green on. I can pick her out of a crowd. That's her right there. That's her right there. You know what I'm saying? Never. And so she's always true to her brand. Okay. Yo Afro is all about the hip hop. You will never have a conversation without her saying hip hop at least once. Right. And so it's like, what sets you apart? And we love it. We love her. What sets you apart from everyone else that makes you unique, that makes people say, oh, this is this individual because I know them like this and I know them like that. So that is also one way of creating that unique brand within the metaverse and also in real life.
That's right. That's right. And consistency is everything. We're just piggybacking off of Black Sands. You want to, stay consistent with what you're doing so people can remember, whether if you want to shout out hip hop or you want to have a particular color or you want to wear your hair the same way. You want for people to recognize you when you're in the meta streets. They're like, oh, okay, because you see, all of us look alike, but yet we really don't. Like after you get to know someone, you can kind of like tell someone, oh, just from their avatar, regardless if they have on the same outfit as somebody else. Nah, that's Tink, or no, that's Ferrari, or no, that's Koan. You know what I'm saying? You can just tell. But as I said, you just want to have that consistency. Remain being you. Ain't nothing like being you. When you're you, can't nobody copy.
Nobody be you. Exactly.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about anyone saying that you're, biting off of them. You got the idea from them. No, this is you. This is solely you. And here in this space is where you really can do that. You know what I'm saying? You got the tools to bedazzle everything that you're doing. So, yeah, just be
Soul,
you.
did you want
right.
to add on to that?
No, I forgot the controller was in my hand when I just had my hand positioned over my head. But I will add on to that. For me, I think part of what's important with building a brand is one, passion. Because if you're passionate about what you do, you're gonna do it consistently, and it's gonna be attractive to people because it looks like you love doing it. If it looks like work, it might not be as attractive to people. So to me, loving what you're doing it consistently, and then having a team and delegation, and knowing that you're not an island, and you do your best at what you're real good at, and you have a team of people that specialize in things. And I think that's important with branding yourself in the metaverse and outside of the metaverse.
I would agree. Do you have anything to add, Jen?
Oh yeah, I agree with everybody. Consistency is important. It's amazing how in here Yo Afro is full of energy and yelling, "Hey yo," and stuff. And then in the real world where I met her, she's the same way. It's the same way. It is crazy. But, branding is important. And let's be realistic. I'm a financial person. So you need to really, if you want to brand yourself right, you need to set aside a budget to brand it and continuously brand it and make sure that it's doing what you're paying for. So make sure you set aside a budget to brand correctly.
Well, going right off of what you just said, you're keeping consistency. So let's talk about brand consistency in the metaverse across multiple platforms. I mean, Black Sands, you're doing your stuff across multiple platforms. Now, every platform has a little bit different of a look for the avatars and things like that. There are a couple where you can carry the same avatar, but how can you keep consistency and keep your branding solid when you're jumping across multiple platforms?
So number one, like Jen Smash said, having that budget so that you can make sure that your logo, that your color palette, all those things are the same. Okay. So it doesn't matter whether it's on a notebook, whether it's on a building, whether it's, floating in the air, it's going to be exactly the same. Okay. So that's the big thing. And then making sure that you're consistent with your brand message. Okay. I can't be idea to empire one way here and then idea to empire another way in spatial. That brand message needs to be consistent so that people don't get confused about who you are and what it is that you're trying to do. Okay. So that is critical with that. And then also making sure that your team is on the same page. So, a lot of you, especially artists, you have a whole team that's helping you. You got people that's helping you schedule, people that's getting you prepared, building worlds, making connect, all of these types of things. And they all need to be saying ABC at the same time. I'd much rather my whole team say ABC and they all be wrong, and I can just correct them real quick, than some saying this, some saying that, whatever, and now we don't know what's going on. So that consistency with your team, with that branding, and that message. Absolutely.
Well, honestly, consistency sells everything, right? Some people might not know this about me, but I also co-own a catering company, right, in New Orleans, a rather large catering company to be, So just like in branding music and branding any single thing, consistency is paramount, right? You don't want to have somebody see you like you just said, Sans. You don't want somebody to see you this way somewhere and another way, another place, because it's confusion. It's like, what is this actually? Like, what am I actually getting? So I actually agree. Consistency is like, it's one of those things that without it, it's a very tough time, like moving forward with branding stuff, And I say that works with a restaurant because you've been to a restaurant before, as far as food goes, and say you eat something and it's really great. You come back to that restaurant, you order that same thing, and it don't taste the same. Chances are you're probably not gonna order that again.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to take the gamble. So it's like consistency is, that's a big one.
Big one.
That's a big one.
And consistency, if you don't, it could kill a brand. I know Buffalo Cafe, I represent a lot of restaurants. They messed up on their franchise by allowing owners to change their logo a little bit. And so that killed that brand. If you notice, they're not a lot around. So McDonald's make sure, Coca-Cola, the color red is a trademark, and that color red is specifically for Coca-Cola. Keep it consistent, So that's
even the
that's
fonts that they write things
the
in.
Fonts,
Even those kind of things.
Yes.
You want to keep all of that like exactly the same. And so what you were saying when it comes to budget, right? You need to be able to, finance all of those things, right? Because some fonts you have to pay for. You have to pay to register your stuff. You have to pay the trademark.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like any images that I use and come out, like right now I'm branding a new item. It's a Smoke Team line. Right, so Smoke Team is a group. Shameless self-promotion.
Trademark, copyright.
Yeah, it's right. So that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody know me. I'm a stoner. Everybody know that about me. Like if you know that, I'm getting high right now. So everywhere I go, I get these Smoke Team hats, and then people see them. They're like, "Yo, that's dope." With the big weed leaf, and I'm just like, you know what? This is my new brand. I make T-shirts and all kind of shit, and now it's kind of like becoming a thing. People are starting to recognize it. It's like, oh, that's that Smoke Team shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but if you don't got the bread to really pay for trademarking, registering your stuff, if it gets hot, you at risk of somebody just taking everything from up under you, and there's nothing you can really do about it. Like literally, it's very hard. Yeah.
That's why it's important. Yeah, go ahead.
Funding is important, basically, and
consistency.
guys.
Yeah. You
for
have
consistency.
You have to invest in yourself that way and stay organized so that you can be able to pay for the things that's needed for you to grow, for you to get the attention that you need. You know what I'm saying? I also give advice to whereas if you're going to be moving from platform to platform, shape shifting here to that, whatever it is, just stay true to your formula. You know what I'm saying? As long as, you know, you're still being you and you're still grinding the same way that you were grinding over in Meta Horizon, the same way that you were grinding over in Banter, the same way you decided to grind over in Engage. I need for y'all to go ahead and do that same very thing anywhere else that y'all go, because that's what works, right? The only thing that you're going to do different is whatever you gain, whatever great lessons you've learned, whatever great enhancements you've gained over the time, you're going to have that added to the course. And then that's going to just be dope, right? That's going to make you feel even more confident, right? Because now, not only are you entering a whole platform where you can give what you normally give, but now you got new gifts, exciting gifts, things that you've learned along the way that people in this space is only going to gravitate to, because this is what they talk about. This is the language. So
Word.
my advice is to just, you know, pretty much just stick to your formula, stick to that consistency, gather all your content. This right here is content, straight up. And it's not just for
Absolutely.
artists, it's for builders, it's for creators. Whatever it is that you're doing as your business, always gather your content, put it up on social media, try out different platforms, shape shift to anything that you love that's going to give great energy but still be you. That's what makes us so dope, right? So yeah, just you know, stick to the plan, don't give up, just do what you need to do.
Word. Let me just add on to that too. That even goes full circle and comes back to the whole aspect of originality,
That's right.
Because no matter what you shapeshift into, because you may have to be a different thing in a different place. When you that you shine through whatever it is,
right.
like right. It don't matter how what it is. Like your you is gonna be your you.
That's right.
So,
That's right. That's right. I'm
long
about
as
to
you
be the dopest bunny rabbit up in the spot.
Exactly.
I'm about to be the dopest
Just-
hot
you're
dog
right.
running
You
around
carry
here
that
grabbing the
attitude.
mic
You
talking
carry
about
that-
hip hop.
Word. You carry that moxie with you. You know what I'm
Word
saying? It don't matter
It
what
don't
you're
matter.
doing.
Yeah.
Don't matter what you're doing.
Right.
Well, let's run with that a little bit to something that can actually may help some people who are watching this, who are thinking about how they're going to develop themselves. We've, if you've been in here for a bit, you've seen concerts, you've seen videos that people have created in here, you've seen a lot of collaborative efforts and everything.
Yes.
When you're in these different platforms, obviously, one of the big things is keeping things not necessarily always low poly, but so that it's not heavy, so that the videos run smoothly.
Yeah.
What other kinds of things can you do when you're in here to make the visual aesthetics like really grab the crowd without bogging down the technology? I know, like Soul, you've done, some videos in here over in Alt Space, maybe a little bit of stuff in VR chat. What are some of the things that you can do to really push your brand without, tying down the technology so much?
Well, I mean, one of the things was like the builders that I worked with. Like, for example, Artsy and Saxy and stuff. I know that I don't really know PBRs and poly and how many triangles it takes to make a square and all of that. But working with someone that does, when I present my idea to them, they're like, that's doable, that might be hard, that's not going to work. And trusting the person that you're working with that's building for you. And because I had a lot of ideas, like the first, when we did Welcome to the Metaverse, I just wanted to, I had this thing where, I'm not going to mention exactly what it was because I still want to do it, but let's just say I only did 1/3 of what I wanted to do with that because of the limitations. And now things have opened up a little bit more and with different platforms. So we're going to take another bite at the apple with that. But again, like I said, the builder, the choice of builder and his knowledge, his or her knowledge is important.
So realistic expectations are important. Obviously we talked in the first panel about how you can come in here, build a world in a day and do all these amazing things at a fraction of the cost. However, you have to have realistic expectations, because if you make something that's so immense, it's not going to run smoothly. Let's like Yo Afro, you're doing a lot of things in here with the concert series. Are you finding the same type of challenges?
I mean, I take it the way that I see it, I'm not always going to have a hand on the videos, right? I'm not always going to have a hand to, give y'all the big screen. At least here in Meta Horizons, some of the perks is just different from VR chat. VR chat, we can show a video behind us and all of that,
Yeah.
right? So to whereas here, I have to get creative. So what do? I dance. I like to dance. You know what I mean? I'm really going to give it. And I really feel like the intimacy with the audience is important. I feel like I really have to bring them into my space. I have to really, really invite them in order for me to give that great showcase, in order for me to give them what they came to see and to get those good vibes, right? So, I mean, the only thing that I could say that kind of like threw me off coming into the space was the latency, but we're working on that. You know what I mean? That was kind of like troublesome, and you have to work around that. And, as a creator, as an artist, the more and more you do things through trial and error, you learn how to work things out, especially if you know the vibe that you want to give. You ain't gonna have no choice but to figure it out. Like, I feel like I figured it out so many different times, and when I go back and I listen to the video, I was like, yo, I was off as fuck. Like, what the hell? Everybody was rocking to that shit, had me believing out, and I was going in too, giving them all that, all that. And then when I get home and I listen to it, I'm like, damn, I was off, way off. But, for some people, that would discourage them. Don't let it discourage you. Because believe me, best believe you putting on that show, you doing that. You doing all of that. You know what I'm saying? And we're in the metaverse and we're working on some things. But you doing it. You doing it, but you just got to figure out working over instrumental beats as an artist when you are freestyling over instrumentals or just singing over whatever it is, you grooving over instrumentals, that actually works. So if you know how to really put on a show and you want to do that, you just practice. Fix up a world where you could actually grab a mic and watch yourself do your thing, so that the next time you hit somebody else's venue, you giving them what they want. You giving them what you want to give them. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing with me, like performing in here. Like, I move this avatar like I would move myself, right? And one of the things that helps. That's also a type of branding, right? The way a person performs is things that fans remember about you, right?
That's right.
So IRL, that's one of the biggest things for me. Like, my performances are really passionate, and I really give you the energy that I put into my music, and all of that emotion and all of that passion, it spews out, and people relate to that. And sometimes it don't even matter what you're saying. Your performance sometimes captivates people and moves people, right? And for me, that's like natural, right? That's just I'm an expressive person just by nature, right? So and I think that translates to here, and that's the thing. Like, when you perform, I hear that a lot from people. It's like, damn, like, you really bring the avatar to life. But that's because I'm really performing that shit.
That's
like,
right. You going
You know
all
what I'm
out.
saying? I've seen artists in here, and they come, and it's like, I'm thinking their energy on stage is not because it's an avatar. I just think they're not bringing that energy that they would normally bring, because maybe they're just in the living room, and it's not like, I get that, right? But over time, I've become that person that could just like turn it on, like being a Super Saiyan. I could be by myself. It could be a million people. It could be two people.
That's right.
Like, I want to consistently, and there's that word again, consistently deliver
That's
that
right.
type of performance.
Word
You know
up,
what I'm
and
saying?
I'm with you on
And like
that.
you said, with the dancing and shit like that, that shows through. Of course, you can't move your legs and do the little shuffle how you want to do it, but that energy, I think that energy comes through. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna bust down in the James Brown split and then come up.
I mean, well,
and spin
y'all
like,
not gonna see it. Y'all not gonna see it, but best believe in my
that's what
little
I'm saying.
square over
It's
here,
not gonna
I'm
translate.
going in. I'm hitting walls and all that. You guys should see me up here. My husband be looking at me like, what in the world? Like, you are fucking them knuckles
Yo,
up.
I would literally break a sweat up in here performing like I'm on the fucking stage. So it's
Word
like,
up.
like,
And we can tell. I mean, we could tell. I can name like 5 performances that really moved me. Yo Afro, Norkin, John Robinson. If you can see that they're like working the mic and working it, you can tell. You can tell as a consumer. I'm a consumer side. You could really tell. So
Nah, yeah,
Well, let's
man.
see if we can get this last question in before our time is up. Because you guys touched on everything that, is so vital to building your brand and to getting yourself out there to the audience. But how do you maintain that brand loyalty? Are there little things, obviously there's merchandise, there's doing these concerts, there's all this stuff, but how do you, once you've got that person to show up and listen to you and hear you as an artist, how do you get them coming back? What do you have to do in the metaverse for brand loyalty?
Who
I'm gonna go back to consistency. Like it seems to be the theme of the night. Like people, if you give somebody a good show, chances are they're gonna come and see you again. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
And that's why it's important that you put your best foot forward when you're doing things in here, because you already have the limitations. Like you got the latency, you got the mobility thing. It's like nobody can really see your face. People can't see the expressions on your face and the passion on your face. And if you ever been to like a real concert, that's one of those things that people photograph, right? That's one of those things that bring you closer to an artist, because you can see that on them, but you can't do that in here, right? Because like you can't see what a person's face is looking like. So being able to, like we said in the last question, consistently transfer that energy, I think that's what would help to keep brand loyalty, like when you're in the metaverse.
No, for real. Yeah, support is everything. And I know here, the support has been great, not just support for me, but the way that I see how everybody supports one another. And that's something that I've always said since coming up in here in January of 23 is like the support that you guys have for one another is amazing. I don't care how many times I hear someone might be mad over here, mad over there. Y'all still come out and support each other. And that's what's up. Yeah. And one thing about this place right here, it's like, it's small, but yet it's not, right? But when I say it's small enough to where you can give that support back. You can give back by going to City Girl's show when she's, Crypto City, when she's on there and she's interviewing some people that's coming up into the space, taking her time to do that. Supporting Black Sands with what she got to do. Soul G, Jen Smash. Everybody up in this spot got something going on. When everyone shows up, that shows the support, that shows the loyalty, that gives that person so much oomph. Like, yo, you know what? People really, really enjoy what I'm doing. They respect what I'm doing and they want to be here. So it's like, at least for me, when I see that, I want to give back. And this is what makes me want to be in this space. I want to interact with everybody. And yo, I mean, shit. People did things for me, so I want to do things for everybody else. That's just how it is for me. It's a super dope community. Yeah. Everybody is so super dope up in here. Shout out to all y'all, for real,
shit.
For making it happen.
Real shit.
I just want to butt in for a second with that. It's something else that I thought of that actually probably answers every question that we had tonight on this panel is preparation. And that goes to brand loyalty, that goes to everything. Because I know you remember Sunday at Saxy's.
Oh, yes, of course.
One of the most interesting performances, because what Saxy figured out is, because we deal with latency in here, we struggle with that. And so what Saxy figured out was that having rehearsals and everything and preparing before Sunday's show made it good, and also having the sound come from where you're physically at in the world. So the beat is not playing in VR, the beat is playing where you're at, so there's no latency between you rapping over the beat. If you get what I'm saying, it's like you're doing
that makes all the sense. That makes all the sense. But here's the one issue that I just with that one thing, if I can. The microphone on these headsets are not equipped to deliver those beats the way they intended to be heard.
Right.
So that's the side effect to that, right? So it's like, what
you would do with that is you wouldn't use the headphone mic. You would treat it like you were doing a concert in your living room.
You would have to plug into something.
You set your setup up, and then you're pumping. You can't do it in a Horizon yet, I don't think. But any place where you can. Oh, you can?
You absolutely can.
Anywhere
like if you
that
have
you
a
can,
bot kind of thing, like, so you go through that.
Yeah. But I mean, with the bot is actually it's hitting the analog, it's hitting the air first. So it's not the same as like how in VR chat when we do it, we're actually feeding it digitally from our mixing console
Directly.
right into the. There's nothing in between it.
But if you don't have that technology at your spot, you're not going to be.
Yeah, well, I mean, then again, remember this is hip hop. So one of the key things with hip hop is you work with what you got.
Working with you guys.
That's how hip hop started.
That's how it started. Right.
That's a key thing for everything you hear. Well, we are at time, so I just want to thank all of you for being up here and sharing your insight with us, your experience and everything. Thank you to everybody in the audience again for being here tonight, and to DJ Marcus and Mr. Block Party Radio for hosting this for us. And thank you all for showing up and giving us all of your knowledge.
Thank you to everybody on the panel.
Word.
You guys is
For real,
great.
for real. And remember, your vibe attracts your tribe. Word up. So shout out to all the teams out there. Shout out to the Block Collective. Word up, word up, word up. Yo, for real, I love y'all.
Thank you all.
You hear my dogs, they keep interrupting me. I would say more, but they pissing me
You
off.
can all go off the stage this way. Right down here.
All right. We're going to ask everybody to come back to their seats. Take a picture with me, pardon.
Yeah, I just want to take one with you.
Look at these stars up here. Take a picture with
Well,
me.
let me get one. I was just about to do the same thing. That's crazy.
Right now with this panel, I get the let's take picture panel. What is happening here?
Here you go.
My girls is over there. What up? We gotta wait for the photo out. But no, okay.
Oh, my bad.
Everybody back to their seats. We're a comfortable panel. Are you guys comfortable?
Yes, sir.
I need some.
I
need some Fiji water with some ice, you heard?
It's
I need all yellow.
Now,
I need
listen.
all yellow Skittles, man. That's
Lord.
Oh my God.
And then they keep us in difficult. All right, you guys. Well, let's get into this because we're a little behind time, so we got to get focused. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of second to introduce yourselves, tell the crowd a little bit about who you are in the metaverse and in the real world. Focus. We're gonna start with you. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm a hip hop artist, producer, engineer, independent label owner, and VR enthusiast now. And just pretty much living life, living the dream, doing what I love, working hard. That's pretty much it.
Well, welcome, Fiji.
Well, you already know, man. I'm just me, man. Trap Street Radio. It's my one of my brand. You know what I'm saying, it's my platform. I'm an artist. I'm managed by Zen Royals. I'm learning how to put a lot of the things that I've been doing into this platform. So I'm just here, man.
All right. Pardon my flow.
Yes, indeed. Part of my flow. Excuse my raps. I know what it is. I'm part of my flow on all platforms, man. I am my brand. My brand is me. That's who I am. Just getting back into the swing of the music thing. Figured I'd give it one more shot. We in the metaverse. We're going to make it happen. So let's make it do what it do.
Let's do it. Noor, tell us about yourself.
What's good, y'all? It's your girl, Noah Kemp for life, straight out of Money Earning Mount Vernon. You heard? Heavy D, what up? Rest in peace. I do a little bit of everything. I'm a Renaissance woman. My main thing is being a sick MC and songwriter. I write for sync agencies, so for music, for placements, for TV shows and video games and things like that. I also do videography and photography, so I do visuals, not just for myself, but for my clients. And so, stuff like that. I mean, a variety of things. I'm just a performer, entertainer, and I mean a vegan, a beautiful cook. You feel me? If y'all need some healthy food, come get at me, all right?
Vegan. That's what's up.
I like long walks on the beach.
Right. Cancer. My name is Party.
Dr. Karma.
Hi, I'm Dr. Karma, aka Carmony, one half of the Bay Misses, co-founder of Bay Misses Entertainment. We too are managed by Zen Royals.
I am the Yada Queen, Mimi Shantae, and the other half of the Bay Misses, producer, singer, songwriter. Horizon Builder. And,
Yes.
and
Let's
we're from
go.
California. Hey.
I'm going
Jersey.
back
to Cali.
All right, you guys. All right. So listen, we are talking about fan engagement and community building. You definitely have a fan in me. I have a whole playlist of my Zen, and I listen to it on a daily basis. Fiji told me he done sing his song for a whole year enough for me now. He not doing put it in the air no more for me this year. So you have fans in here. A lot of us in here are fans. Bay misses. You have everybody to us on Dark Sexy with an Attitude. So let's talk about that. What can artists foster? How can artists foster community engagement in the metaverse from your perspective? Community engagement in the metaverse. We're gonna go with.
We going
Oh,
order?
we're not going
No,
to
you don't have to
never
go
mind.
in order.
Go ahead.
Whoever want to speak on it first, let's get it.
The same way you would do it in real life. You got to just engage with the people.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times in the metaverse, you'll see who latch on and who and who's rocking with you. So you got to actually engage with your crowd, engage with the people, and show them that you appreciate them listening to your music or them coming to your show. When you see them walk in the room, make sure it comes up big as day. Tink is in the building, so you say it while you on stage. Shout out to Tink. Just let them know that you care, because people don't, they don't want to know. They don't really care what you know unless they know how much you care. So you know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. Yeah, and just to add to that, I think that I feel the same way, but I'm also doing quality things. You know what I'm saying? Like when you come in here, make sure you put your best foot forward. Like put effort into your appearance, your energy, the product that you're pushing, whether it be music or something else. Make sure it's good so people actually want it. You know what I'm saying? Like don't come in here and be whack. Like put your best foot forward. Like put some hot stuff out that people want to attach themselves to and be a part of. So I think it has to be quality product. You know what I mean?
I definitely want to add to that. I feel like the same thing like Norkin and Parn said. Like you gotta tap into what the people want, and whatever you giving them, you gotta look at it from the consumer standpoint too. Like would you want to support that? Would you want to rock with that? You know what I'm saying? One thing I do when I'm performing is I do shout the crowd out. I try to get the crowd like engaged. You feel me? Like to know that I appreciate them for being there. Mm-hmm. Listen, I'm gonna keep it real, man. Like I'm just getting used to this like artist thing for real, man. I always did music and I love music, but I was just doing it just because I love it. For me, it's just like people, they like it. But just to have people come up to me and like inbox me and be like, yo, I like your show. I enjoy your show. I enjoy your music. I just downloaded your music. I just bought your music. It's something I'm still getting used to. So I'm just grateful that people support something that I just do. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me.
Karma, Yada, y'all want to add to that?
I think to piggyback off of Norkin, putting your best foot forward, showing your most authentic self, just doing that, and being present for the people in general. I think for me, I just really enjoy the fact that I can reach people all the way across the other side of the world for real, and they're able to feel the energy, feel the vibe. And then I heard a word earlier. Feel the energy, feel giving me something on a. And then I heard a word earlier. Feel the energy, feel giving me something on a. And then I heard a word earlier. Feel the energy, feel together and gather. And then I heard here to do karaoke. We interact with everybody joining together.
Right. Building with
Definitely
people.
showing appreciation to people who support you, man. That's
Yeah,
important.
Thank you.
Because that's who's gonna buy your music, or that's just who's gonna spread your name. So if you don't show appreciation for people, man, what's the sense of you even being an artist? I mean, you definitely got to be appreciative of what's going on.
Gotta be
Facts.
humble.
Facts.
Do good business, man. Definitely do good business. Just like whatever you do, do not do bad business, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna follow you.
Facts.
For real.
Your reputation is everything. That's word.
Yeah.
One more thing I'm gonna say on top of that, Tink, before you ask the next question, and I think it plays a lot in fan engagement, and maybe some of y'all could testify to it. When I was in alt space, and I was doing the music over there, I would wear this. So your avatar is who you are. and people notice you off rip from seeing you, right? So I would wear the same thing all the time because people notice you. You know what I'm saying? So if they come into a show to see Pardon, they know Pardon gonna have. I mean, we advertise. I might switch the color up a little bit, but I try to keep everything the same because I'm engaged with my fans. They know, okay, Pardon gonna have this on that day. So I try to. That goes on with the consistency and branding and stuff. So being consistent, not just with what you do, but your appearance. People can see, okay, this is. He gonna always have this on. I know there's gonna be. They connect with you like that. It's kind of like a character on TV.
Right,
you know
being recognizable, right?
Absolutely. So you find in this space you have to be a lot more innovative with how you present yourself and how you grow your fan base. So that goes to the next question. What innovative fan interaction methods can be used in this virtual spaces to gain that, to be innovative, to kind of get on top of that, to gain your fan base, to build that community around you? Focus.
I think just consistency and being creative and just doing quality work to excuse my language, but to make people give a shit. There's like a lot going on in the real world and a lot going on in VR. So it's like, give me a reason to be there. Basically, that's the way I feel.
I do some meet and greets, and
I think it's important to also have relationships with people in the outside world because you can meet them in here, but if you carry that relationship on outside, that's how I'm able to connect with a lot of people that I met. Like I continue to talk to them in the DM and Instagram. We exchange numbers, we have emails, and so we continue the real relationships outside in the real world. You feel me? And so it's important because you're really establishing a rapport with somebody as opposed to just seeing them when you see them, hitting them up once in a while, checking in on people, showing love when they post something. It's all about reciprocity. Right. If you want somebody to support you, you need to go and, double tap on their joint, leave a comment on their joint. Then they remember you, and then now they're paying attention to what you got going on. They're like, oh, you got a show? You was just showing me hella love in the DM. I'm coming. You feel me? So it's just about keeping those connections alive, whether you're in or out. You feel me?
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Agree.
When you hear, and y'all all could probably, when I say this, y'all already know who I'm talking about. When you hear, hey, yo, who is that? You know who that is, right?
Yeah.
So I think, especially, even when you hear Jadakiss, you know it's him. I think that's a part of branding yourself, but people can connect with that. So you want to, you hear Spooky, Fiji always, you know what I'm saying? Especially in the metaverse, that people can connect something to you. I think that's important, man. I think as artists in the metaverse, we gotta stand out and do something different so that people can say, oh, this he's known for this or she's known for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's how you connect, how you can connect with your fan base too.
Word up.
I feel like that's definitely like one of the main things. Like, it's just how you package. It's how you package the experience. I feel like that's what the main thing about metaverse is. It's an experience. People when they come see Fiji perform, I don't know how they experience. Like, yo, that shit felt like I was like walking through Camden with them. You feel me? Like I want like that. That's why even Tinker tell you like when certain things she'll build or she'll ask me what I want. I'm like, yo, make it look like this or this is how I want the video to look. You feel me? I'm tedious when it comes to that because I feel like my brand. I want people to know like this. Where even though I'm in the metaverse, I want you to know where I really come from. Like I come from that. Like you feel me? So it's like I'm just trying to give you basically like a audio visual movie. Like you feel me? The last performance I did was at the Afro spot, the Season Pop. You feel me? And I was nervous because it was my first time performing with the instrumental. So it's like when I did it, I felt and I went back and watched it. It's like I felt people's energy. I felt it. It was like, yo, people was rocking with it. Like it was like I was painting that picture for them. It was more. They could feel the words more when you giving them the live performance. They can feel that more because it's your energy. You feel me? So it's like you got to give them an experience. In the metaverse, the experience is endless. Because look where we at. Anything we think about doing, we can make ourselves fly in the air, go in the water, whatever. So I feel like we got the perfect tools in here to give them something that they want to support. It's just we got to think outside the box.
Thanks.
Okay.
Shout out to the Zen Royals too. Tink be on it. She be on it.
Nah, for real.
She be on it. That's crazy.
I appreciate that.
I don't even like performing. This first time I ever did the lip singing thing was in Horizon. When I came from All Space, all we did was live performances. But you know, I had to hold the speaker so it could, you know what I mean, to my ear. So I kind of look like this when I'm doing it. So I didn't, you know what I mean? It looked weird. I'm sitting here like this, but you can hear me. I didn't see the lip sync thing until I came into Horizon. Like really been in here and seen the music scene. And I'm like, what the fuck? They lip singing? You know what I mean? I wasn't used to that. I'm
I
used
refuse to do that.
performing.
My first show in here, I was like, nah, I got with Lux Studios and they got my live sound right, yo. Like
Shout out to
somehow
Lux
they
Studio.
connected me through a computer, and the next thing I know, I was performing live through my Pro Tools. And
Yeah,
so,
see? And that's how it's
I
supposed
never
to
even
be.
did the lip sync thing because when I saw that, I was like, I can't do that.
It's not. I don't like it at all.
Like for a music video is one thing, but I mean, when you do it in a live show.
Because I sing and rap, I do both. You know what I mean? I want people to really
Yeah.
hear what I'm doing. If I'm lip singing it, I'm like, you know, I'm looking crazy. And,
It's still a vibe, though. It's still a vibe. You know what I mean?
When you
give them
watch
the energy.
it,
It's
a vibe.
Yeah.
It's a vibe, but once you do it live though, from
Yeah,
left to
you
left
can't
way,
go back.
you don't want to do no other way. I'm telling you, like,
right.
I did like a little song the other day. I'm like, man, this shit weak. I'm over there on the still said, nah, man, it got to be live or nothing. Like, you feel me?
And that's
like,
part of the fan engagement. They can really engage with you like that, man. Because you can hop in the crowd and they can feel you. They can feel it. We're pure energy when it comes to this avatar thing. So they can really feel that. You know what I mean?
So then my next question to you guys is, how can artists leverage virtual events to enhance fan relationships?
Yeah,
Say it one more time. I didn't even hear the question. My bad.
Go ahead. What'd you say, Karma? My bad.
Hit them with those virtual events. I mean, for us, and you know, we first got in here in January. I think the virtual events is really what put us on the map in Meta Horizon, to be honest. So I'm leveraging, doing all the time.
Word.
For sure.
Facts.
Yeah.
Show up and show out. And the beautiful part about the metaverse is that you could do a show wherever you want. You could be like, yo, just meet me on this street right here and do a show right there. Like, it doesn't matter. You don't even need a venue. You feel me? You just need an invite. Tell your people to come out and you could throw shows wherever you want. And, you know, shout out to Yo Afro and Meta Clean Rupert for bringing me up in here and providing those venues. Like the shows that I have done here has been with them. And I did a couple joints in Writer's Pen's studio and, got a chance to feel the live action in there. So I do appreciate the people that provide the venues, but we don't necessarily need that to do a show. You know what I mean? So you'll be like, meet me by the beach somewhere. And there you go. There you have a beach party. So that's the beautiful part. It's like there's no boundaries to the things you can do in here.
Right.
Yeah, it really just depends on what angle you trying to work. You feel what I'm saying? If you however your image is, that's the type of, I feel like that's the type of presentation you should lean towards more. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I mean, we got a world for everything in here, so you just figure it out. Figure it out and make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And if you can't figure it out, get with Zen Rules. They're gonna figure it out for you.
Hey, my next show gonna be in the black box. Yo, y'all come to the black box. That's what we go.
Black party.
Girl,
In the Meta streets.
Focus, would you like to chime in on that last question?
Repeat it one more time so I'll listen to everybody else.
How can artists leverage virtual events to enhance fan relationships?
I mean, how can artists leverage? I mean, we're in an interesting space because we basically need the people in the space, right? So it's like, for me, my experience has been onboarding. Like, I could tell you about VR all day and how crazy it is, but until I show it to you, then is when they buy in and they like, oh, this is crazy. So we're kind of like in this space still where it's like, it's great because, we're all performing for each other. We have like what I call like the cool kids group, like we know what's going on here. And then there's another wave of people that they're pretty much just playing like games and don't really know about this. So it's like we gotta, tap into that circle. And then there's the other circle that don't know about VR, so it's like, it's just gonna take time, and you have to kind of be okay with that, like I understand that now, like but it's incredible technology and it's gonna pop But whether it's 1 year from now, 5 years from now, but it's definitely the inevitable. So I say, everybody just keep doing what you're doing, and
absolutely,
all of you guys are pioneers right now, and just keep
That's a
rocking.
fact. You said it's a whole wave
I want to say
coming,
one more
man.
thing, T. Just one thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because he said that you want to just keep going. It's going to pop. It's inevitable. It definitely is because we mobile now. We on the actual phones now. We on our phone. Like world is mobile, so you can have a mobile concert. You can have. It's not so much as just having a headset. It's not closed off. And then on top of that, I just seen the article today where they about to let Switzerland, Korea, Tokyo about to let like a lot of more countries inside Meta. So it's gonna be. You already see what they're doing. They building it up. They putting a lot of money behind it. They building it up. In a minute, it's probably gonna be able to have 100. Probably gonna be able to have 100 people in the instance. We don't know. You feel me? But for them to be letting other countries in, other servers in, we already know that it's going to go up. That's more of a fan base. That's more of an economy we could build. It's a lot of things that's going to happen. So we just got to keep doing what we doing.
Sure.
Right.
Facts.
Pioneer. You said the pioneers of this thing, man.
The pioneers. The pioneers. All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for being our panel for tonight. I have been very inspired. I hope you all had a good time listening to what was going on. The questions were answered. You felt what they were saying. If you are in the music business in here, you want a little bit of knowledge, you have some tonight. So let's keep going. Let's keep growing. And we will take 5 minutes for a break. And then we will have the fourth panel of the night come in. And then the after party will be at Bruce Vibes. There's a door in the lobby where you all will follow over there. So let's take a 5-minute break, mingle, network a little bit, and we'll go on with the next panel. Oh,
Shout out to
boy.
Goddess with a Z and the critter have going on, you heard?
Trap Street Radio.
Fusion.
Little
Out
vibe.
the Fusion, you heard? Fusion been rocking with me since her and DJ Marcus, day ones, man. I know how I get off this jump right here.
All right, you guys, we are on our last panel. Are we ready? For some of you that have just joined us, we're going to introduce our panel once again. They're just going to give a brief summary of who they are for you who have just came in, so you can know a little bit about them. Focus, we're going to start with you again.
Hello, everybody. My name is Focus. I'm a MC, producer, engineer from the Lower East Side of New York City. I'm a touring musician. Been touring Europe for like the last 6 years. And I started developing my own VR app called VR Nightlife, which will be launching in the next month or two.
Okay.
It's your boy Fiji Bang, artist, East Camden, New Jersey, Trap Street Radio, Zen Royals managed. I'm just sitting here trying to make it happen.
Well, I'm Kawan Kempachi. I'm also a touring musician. Like my man Focus, I've had 3 world European tours. I had a song #1 for 10 weeks in Germany. I was a few votes away from a Grammy nomination this year. I represent hip hop and I bring it from New Orleans. I'm just out here being the definition of just a true hip hop purist and an MC. And I'm just bringing that shit all here to the metaverse too. I'm really high right now, so forgive me.
DJ Luke.
Very stoned.
Yeah, so I'm DJ Luke, Sacramento, California-based music producer, audio engineer, musician myself, radio show host. So I have my hands in quite a bit of sectors of entertainment, especially music.
All right, and I'm Yo Afro. I'm I'm an artist in the metaverse and in IRL. I do artist development up in the space and in IRL. And Metacream, you said it best. Is that whole IRL thing is you are who you are. So this is who I am: artist development coach, artist, and independent artist throughout these meta streets, wherever. I love me some hip hop icon, dance icon, and I'm ready to have a good time. This is Yo Fro. Hey yo.
Hey, yo.
All right. Metaverse Rupert.
All right, what's up, y'all? My name is Metaverse Rupert. I'm a user experience specialist who specializes in immersive experiences and virtual reality. Have a 30-year plus career in fashion, music, photography, business, and I am a metaverse strategist.
Hey, word
And
up.
the
You
best
better
to
know
do
who
it.
said
You
that.
better talk to her nice. All
Word
right,
up.
Listen. So a few of you mentioned touring. My question to you is, what are the opportunities for virtual touring and live performances here in the metaverse?
There's a
Go
lot,
ahead,
a
Afro.
lot.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Focus.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Afro. If she was talking, I didn't hear her.
Oh, it's all good. I was just gonna say the one of the perks is like you really don't have to go nowhere. You're in your
Right.
home and you're
For sure.
traveling like everywhere, whether it's Paris, whether it's Africa, whether Egypt,
Switzerland.
whatever, Switzerland,
Yeah.
everything, the underground, the alleyways, Fordham, the Bronx, everything you can go anywhere in the likes of your own home on a whole virtual plane, no barriers, just doing you like, and
Word.
meeting all these great people. So that's the benefits of touring in the virtual space. At
And I'm
least
gonna
for me.
piggyback on that and just think about there's probably nobody in this room that's from the same place, right? But we all in the same place. So that in itself is just dope because you could touch people from everywhere from your living room. I mean, that's kind of like priceless as you know, as far as spreading your music. I mean, you can't really beat that with a bat. I just wish they could put like 200 people in these rooms, and then that would make it even doper. So,
Okay.
so it's definitely a benefit to playing. You know, however you get it out, whether you doing it live or whatever you're doing, presenting your music in the metaverse is like kind of paramount at this. Like that shit is, this is moving. It's getting bigger. It's not getting smaller. Let me just say that.
It's definitely,
It's not getting smaller. So
it's definitely like Kwan said, like we all from different spaces, different states, different countries, and we in the same spot. So us touching each other, no Diddy, is definitely a plus, right? Like
no Diddy.
Yeah. And your music, I feel like this is a whole. I know that we all hip hop. That's up here more or less. We more so hip hop artists, but I feel like in a minute this is gonna be a whole new genre of just music as a whole. Because we not in the we in the metaverse with it, so it's like a whole nother. They're gonna have to probably come with a whole new system just to track the records. Like it's gonna be something crazy.
Yeah.
Like you feel me? So it's like I like it. I like being a part of history. I'm with it.
Word.
No, yeah, get ready. I heard it's about to be some changes up in here too. We're about to
It's
get
a
some
lot.
more people up into space. We're talking
Yeah.
about different countries and everything. I believe it's
That's
like
what's up.
15 added.
Absolutely.
Meta, like
Yeah.
15 added countries or something that's going to be up in the space. So, we
It's
talking
about to
about
be
all
real.
kinds
Australia,
of artists.
Switzerland,
Yeah.
everything.
But you know what's
so
dope
right
about
now,
that? We get to be the people
the first
who set exactly
to set the
exactly,
foundation. So
exactly,
that's what I'm saying. Like
exactly.
we're setting this foundation. So just get ready to give them what you want, give them what they need, all
Word.
of that good stuff, and set a great example because this is our foundation. This is what we've been doing. So we about to see some changes, some great ones. You know what I'm saying? But continue to stick to what you're doing too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I
Word
think
up.
for me, speaking as someone who doesn't perform on stage, right? For me, it's as I'm putting together a strategy, we have to understand that the strategies that we set forth now are global, right? They're not just for our local communities. So, one of the things with the metaverse is, right, which I need people to kind of expand their minds is just say, yes, we can only fit a limited amount of people physically or virtually in these worlds, but our reach is really limitless, right? We still have to utilize
Absolutely.
all of these tools that we have at our disposal. Because, if you think, if you think in relations of just the metaverse and say, okay, I can touch 32 people at a time, whatever, that energy, that recording, that content that you capture now is your audience, right? Like each one of us who has, thousands of followers have very rarely met every single one of those followers, right? So we have to reach out and touch in some way. And again, this is just another vehicle in which we can do it, where we now control the narrative of how we want to appear and show up and present ourselves to our audience.
Okay. Focus. Yeah, I know you wanted to say something at the
Yeah,
beginning.
everybody covered it. Everybody pretty much covered it. They said everything and more. So we on the right page. Or
Okay, cool. So now with this big growth coming in, all of these new people coming in, there are different opportunities now for paid concerts, selling merchandise, having a different crowd. Let me ask you, how can artists monetize their presence in the metaverse? What ideas have you guys come up with to monetize yourself in this space?
I feel like we all need to stick together, the artists. I feel like we write our own, we blazing our own trail right in our own path. So whatever ideas we come up with as far as the concerts go, how we want to do the performances from now, we should sit down and make it understood. Like this, what we gonna stand on. So when the people come in and they might build a world or they want to get a couple artists to come perform, they already know. Like, listen, this is how all the artists coming. Like all the artists feel like they need to be compensated this way. This was need to be going on. I feel like that's what's going to help it's going to help. Basically, it's going to help us get where we got to go because, in this space, I feel like the artist is kind of forgot about a little bit. Like I know we do get paid concerts here. I feel like the artists don't get supported sometimes as much as a builder or a scripter would. A lot of scripters and builders, they gonna get they top dollar. They gonna get what they supposed to get, which is cool.
And nobody complained about paying them. Like
nobody.
Right? They just readily ready to do that.
Exactly. Right. So now when it comes to, let's say Kawhi about to drop a new album, he's dropping an EP. He want to do a promo run. Now, I don't know why is it support him
to get
support
people
him
to support
support him the same way you would support that scripter and that builder. That's his craft. He's paying to get them songs recorded. You don't know what an artist has to do to get his music, his art put together. So you should want to support. That's like going to a store and try to go shopping with no money. Like support that man. Like
right. Like we put a lot into that. You know what I'm saying? As artists and people who do that. But I have a way that I thought about monetizing myself. I'ma just start playing my music and stripping at Truth nightclub. So when I'm stripping, you just hearing my music playing.
No Diddy.
And then I'ma just have people, not like a Diddy strip club, right? Like this, you know what I'm saying? So I'ma just start stripping, and then hopefully people will come tip me while they listening to my music, and then be like, "Yo, that was a dope little jam."
He will not be doing that at Trap Street Radio. It won't be on Tuesday.
To let you outside. Rude, do you have something to add to this?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, listen, man, this is one of the things I learned about this space, right? So my very first business in here, how I got my name is MetaClean. I started a janitorial service, right? Super easy business to start in the physical world, very non-traditional space. So I needed to see if people were willing to pay for a service that added value. And that's the key that I need everybody to remember. Like at some point, you still have to add a valuable service. Like part of the work that we do at the block is we realized there was an issue with the artists who were making these worlds really popular, getting on stages for people, but there was really no compensation or give back other than the fact that they were drawing people to somebody else's world in order for the other person to monetize, right? We felt that balance was wrong. There is a lot of work that goes into the artistry of being an artist if you take it seriously, right? It's not just getting up on stage, which anybody can do, but the how you present yourself, the show you put on, sometimes that takes years to craft, right? These are very developed skills, and they weren't being compensated for that. So for us, it was really the support of the people who understand and that the artists who are getting on the stage are here to make your day better, right? So it really comes down to adding value and messaging, but you have to be consistent. Like asking for money is something that you have to be comfortable doing because you just can't assume people are going to part themselves with the hard-earned cash that they've made. So don't be afraid to ask, right? If there's something that you need, there will be an audience for you. As in the real world, we get advertised to continuously on a daily basis. We don't buy everything that we're advertised to, right? We spend our money and put our time and energy into things that offer value to us. And so you have to find what your niche is in order to make yourself valuable. There is a market for you out there somewhere. You just have to sometimes go out there and find it and then ask for the sell when it shows up.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Word.
DJ Lute, you have anything you want to add to that?
No.
Okay.
Don't mind me. I'm extremely scatterbrained and had a very stressful day today. So my head's in a weird space. So I'm as far as marketing myself. Okay, well, let me see. How do I market myself on being on the producer end? That's something I've been really, I don't know. how are other producers? I don't know any, say, beat producers that that I'm aware of that are actively selling beats by being in here. The only thing musically that I've been a part of is contests and like open mics that I've helped as far as being a host of. So there's a lot of stuff that I just don't have a clue where to start for myself.
The hosting, you just said one thing right there. That's a service. Hosting, if they see DJ Lou on the flyer, people are going to come. So you hosting is basically bringing the ticket price. It's bringing people to come into that world and come and get that experience. So that's definitely a part of the situation. Like from time to time I do hosting, so they definitely gonna have to cut that check, DJ Lou. If they want you to host, tell them to cut that check. Okay. I mean, matter of fact, Tink gonna tighten you up. Tink, you manage DJ Lou now, you're he's in Royals.
Listen,
we need a DJ anyway. We need a DJ over there. We need a DJ.
We need a DJ. Okay, so what crowdfunding opportunities exist?
My DJ is
within the
DJ
metaverse?
Marcus.
I was just gonna add to the other one.
Go ahead.
I think it just boils down to what MetaClean said. It's about value. You know, you have to be worth something, right? Or at least be worth something to someone, so that then you can leverage that. So like once, you know, I was new to the space and once I did like my first show and there was like a ton of people in there. I recorded it, I documented it, and then I took the statistics from it, and then I went and I organized this. I had this idea, so this was in Alt Space. I organized this. We used to do this thing called a park jam. So I just leveraged those numbers of like how many people came to the show. I had some footage, and then I went to different sponsors, and I basically sold like the event and said the stream like, hey, we're gonna do this event called a park jam. We got this DJ, we had real DJs there, like DJ Red Alert. We had a couple people there, but basically I sold that or rented it to a person that already had like a Twitch deal. So they paid, we did a deal. They paid me money for like a 3-month deal. And then I was able to take that money, book other DJs and other names that would then bring more people in. So you just got to like leverage, right? Whatever successes you can make happen in the space. And sometimes it means you might not make any money, right? But when you love it, right, you're going to do it, and then you're going to kind of, you're going to figure it out. But at the end, you may not make no money right now, and it's okay if you don't get paid for a show. It's cool, you know, but you have experience, and then you can leverage that experience into dollars, you know, because there's other brands out there and companies that would love to, you know, reach this person, that person, this person, that person. So you just gotta be strategic about that. And then another thing is like I did like my first ticketed event, like I booked artists. It was the craziest experience in the world. It was crazy. I did it just to see if it would work. This was in All Space. I booked who's the first one? I did Ed OG and Razkaz. I charged like $12 a ticket, you know, $12 a ticket. Yo, it was crazy. Like, it was like a real club because I had it set up where people spawn in upstairs, but then if you bought a ticket, you have access to go downstairs, right? So people was there like, yo, it was like about 30 people, and I was like the guy at the door with the clipboard. Yo, I bought a ticket. Yo, my name, and you know. But what it showed me is that this shit is going to work, and it's the future. You know, because there's people that are in Nebraska. You know, there's people that are in little towns that nobody goes to those areas. No artists go there. So now, you know, you may have to be a artist. You might also have to be a promoter as well. You know, you might have to wear 2 hats. And at the end, it boils down to making people give a shit, right? They may not give a shit about me as an artist, right? But they might give a shit about this guy. But I can make them, and I can make money, right, by investing in booking this guy, and then now they get to see me and be like, oh, this guy's pretty dope, and so forth and so forth. So you just have to be, creative with it, and you got to invest time and money sometimes.
Okay. And that answered a lot of the last question, which is what crowdfunding opportunities exist within the metaverse? You touched a little bit on it. Would anybody else like to elaborate on that, Rupert?
Yeah. So, this is the thing. Like, we talk about reinvention, right? We understand this is a new platform, but one of the things that I see, right, because I've helped a ton of people try to figure out what the space is and how we can work the space and make the space work for us. But I tell you, it all kind of boils down to the same things, right? We can't abandon these real world things that we gain these experiences from, right? Because you touched on it a little bit when you said, like, sometimes you have to perform for free. Like, if you look about your development in any business, right, you are not going to come right out the gate making the bag, right? You're going to have to at some point learn your craft, understand it, do it for free, and then the better you get, the more exposure you get, then the more you can demand, right? When we put our plan forth with the block, that was kind of our thing, right? We kind of created like an analytical system to determine what somebody's value was. Now, I'm not saying we didn't decide if somebody was valuable. We just put a system in place to determine how you were perceived, how your value was perceived in the open market, and then we paid accordingly, right? If you're brand new, you may have to do this for free to get exposure. As you start growing and your star starts getting brighter, then your value increases. For us, we put an analytics in place where we can decide if you do X amount of things, if we sell or give away X amount of assets that people came to pick up, then yes, you are more valuable, right? We created a platinum scale in here, and if you're a platinum selling artist, then yes, if you perform with us, you will be paid more because people are checking for you, right? That's how it works. But I don't want people to abandon any of those things, but understanding as a business owner or somebody that's looking to monetize, it isn't just one thing, right? You can't just be popular, because I know a lot of popular people who don't have any money at all, right? You have to handle your marketing, right? You have to handle your branding, which is two very different things. Like, branding is an emotional experience, right? How do you want somebody to feel about you? Marketing is what do I present and how to make them buy it right now? Those are two different conversations that shouldn't be mentioned as the same thing. Very different. But, whether it's the logo, your presence, your presentation, your branding, your marketing, all of these things, and analytics for the accountants in the room, all of those things absolutely play a part in how your brand and your business develop in here. And we can't abandon any one of those things and expect us to be successful in this space and make money.
True.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Would anybody else like to chime in on this before we close out?
What y'all say? I missed out.
Okay. She said, what y'all say? I know your beast was going off. What crowdfunding opportunities exist within the metaverse?
Okay, well, he said it best, but I'm just gonna say it. Your team is everything. Your fundraisers is everything. How you market yourself, your promos. You know what I'm saying? Like the footwork, your fingers, everything. What you posting on social media. You have to engage with your audience. You have to engage with the supporters. You just got to be present. Period. Point blank, just be present in everything that you're doing. You can only market yourself better the way that you know that you can do it. And then people are only going to follow what you do. So if you don't put 100% into what you do, don't expect anybody else to do that. Don't expect anybody else to pick it up.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Real.
You got to put out all of that as much as you can, because your team is only going to do what you do. Shout out to the teams out there once again, yo. Shout out to the Block Collective. Shout out to the Block Cosmic-Kai up in the house. Word up. Y'all already know.
Let me just add something to that too, right? So I want to be clear, like, competition is healthy, right? If somebody's doing the same thing that you're doing, don't get in your feelings about what they're doing. Like, your brand is your brand. Kawan touched on it earlier, like, you're an individual, right? You are your brand, right? It doesn't matter how you present yourself or whatever anybody else is doing. You are your brand. So competition is what drives innovation, and fortunately for the people who understand business, that's what makes the market valuable, right? Because if I'm doing it by myself and I have a monopoly and I decide to charge whatever I want to charge, like people are either going to buy it or not buy it.
Or they're not.
If there's, or they're not, right? Either going to
Any
do it or don't,
competition
but-
is going to cause a buying frenzy.
Exactly,
That's
right.
absolutely right.
So now you have two or something, but it's very common that somebody may also support somebody else's brand. But now that because I'm in competition, they may, organically come over to me too, right? So if we focus on what we're good at and take care of the people that support us and give that back, like I'm not a fan of wasted energy. Like I'm not going to chase people who aren't interested because that's wasted energy, right? There will be people that are interested in what you're doing that you should be putting all of your energy into and grow your community from there organically. And I guarantee you, man, if you just keep doing those things, remain consistent, which is the operable word for tonight, and just keep moving forward and making steps to get better, like you just can't lose. That's how all of this works.
Right. And let me just say this too, to piggyback off of what he's saying. I'm so serious. Like, and don't worry about what the next person's doing. Even if it is something similar to what you got going on. Yo, your idea is your idea. We all come from similar backgrounds, right? So if somebody comes up with something that you thought about, don't automatically feel some kind of way. Feel some kind of way in a good way and add to that. Because community is everything. Unity is everything. It's too much of people feeling some kind of way and getting stuck in their emotions. And this is a bright, beautiful place. Yeah. This is the metaverse, and anybody can grab a box and make what they want. So try not to get caught up in the competition where you feeling like a sore loser and you want to make things miserable for everybody, because you end up as a marshmallow. You end up as people just straight up writing songs about you, and people don't want to deal with you. And it's whack because this is not the place for it. We could all win. We could all do great things. We ain't got time for the sore losers. We ain't got time for the grown ass spoiled kids. Straight up.
It's really enough space for everybody to have what they want. It's enough space.
It's enough space.
Yeah, it's enough space for everybody to have their own lane.
Word up. And if it is something that you thought about, then go and maybe you should add in your 2 cents and see how big it can get. For real.
Well, that's like what Rupert was saying. When you have that competition, it forces you to become fresher. Right? Because you don't want to be caught behind. So, that it forces that ingenuity, right? It forces you into a space where you got to find ways to be better.
Right. Well, you know what? For me, friendly competition is everything. It doesn't even have to. Me personally, I want us all to win. I ain't in competition with nobody. You're going to end up getting lost somewhere back there because I'm going to keep it moving. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. Like, I can't be bothered with whatever else anybody else, got going on, because only if it's working for everybody and it's good vibes. But when it's people who are constantly Debbie Downers and they feeling like, because they thought it is first, you thought of it, now we got problems, when in all actuality, this is in the real world, so you really didn't have the idea. That's unnecessary energy. It's spooky. It's weird as hell. It don't make no sense. So, that's just my advice real quick to throw out there. Yo, word up. We all winning. We all having a good time.
We are a couple of thousand people on a globe that has 8.5 billion people. We are the first, no matter or not if you are the exact first person to do it. We are all the first doing it right now. So look at it like that, man, and just expand your horizons and open up and collaborate more. You'll be fine.
Right, find ways to make
crazy.
money.
I was just about to say that. Just be open to collaboration, man.
Yeah, be open.
Don't ever listen. Don't ever. My grandma, she used to say this, man. Don't cut your nose off to spite your face. You heard? Don't block your blessings. You feel me? Like you never know that person that you don't want to collab with, or that person you think that don't rock with you. They might be one of your biggest supporters behind closed doors.
And not just that energy might create something gigantic.
It might create something different. It's like, yo, be open to collab, bro. This space is creative. This is the most creative. First off, look where we at. We inside of a auditorium having the first ever Meta Music Conference with no overhead price.
Right.
For us to do this in the real world, we would have to get fundraisers. We had to get.
All that.
We had to find a building. We had to find hotel rooms. We had to fly out. We had security. We had to get security. We had to have. You feel me? So just understand where we at right now. We somewhere where we ain't got to worry about too much of a crazy budget. So utilize that. You feel me? Get with the builders, get with the promoters, get with the producers, get with the managers, get with that block, get with the block collective, get with Waterloo, get with everybody, man, that's doing something. Get with Writer's Pen, get with whoever that could fix you, whatever you trying to do, and you never know what you're gonna create. You might
never know.
You might make history, you heard? So just be open to collaboration, man. And shout out to Block Party Radio, man.
Word up.
Derek Fisher, aka DJ Marcus. Right?
Every time, it never fails. You just can't let it slide.
Bowling ball head.
This whole thing slide without having to take a crack
You
at
made
Marcus,
history.
right?
You made history, bowling ball head.
All right, so I would like to have all of the panelists come up to the stage. The whole Mr. Block Party Radio staff come up to the stage, so we can close out this evening, and thank you all for coming out tonight.
Word up. Cosmic Kai up in the house.
What's up, Cos?
Shout out to Hippie Love in the building.
Hippie Love, word up. Hey, yo, that's the broski right there.
Peace and hippie love, bro.
Hey,
Kaz, don't go nowhere. I gotta talk to you.
If I may say something real quick to all the
Kaz.
artists here, all the artists, when y'all get a minute, go to discoverymusiczone.com and just slap your email in there. I'm gonna send y'all an invite where before we launch the actual app, we have a pretty cool record store that's actually functional. And right now, as we're doing like some tests, I'd love for everybody to just create an account and upload a single or album in there.
Drop
this
that
way,
name again.
discoverymusiczone.com.
Remember? Yeah.
Let me write it down. Put it in my phone.
Discovery Music,
so we can get up on it.
discoverymusiczone.com. Just there's a little form there. Just fill out the form real quick, and then I'll send you guys an email, and then I'll invite you guys over to check it out to see the functionality. But it's an actual functioning record shop that you go in there, you could listen to the music, hit like, favorite, and you can add it to your crate. And it's meant to really connect fans and artists directly, right? Direct conversions. That's what it's about. And so if y'all get a minute, check that out.
Okay.
Shout out to the sampler too, man.
Word up. Shout out to the sampler.
Boo Bangers.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Boo Bangers.
Yo, that's really Boo Bangers right there. They switch.
It's really him. It's really him.
All right, let me just.
What up, Focus?
Yo, Soul G, what it do, baby?
All right. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh,
Here
damn,
we
I can't even get off.
We got the.
Yo,
we got
Soul
the.
G,
No,
man.
stand right
You
here.
gonna come to
Just
Trap
stand
Street
right
Radio?
here,
I gotta get you on the
over here.
show, bro. Like, what's up with you?
I'm standing over here. Damn,
Let me know whenever, man.
Yeah, you can't get off the stand.
give you my man.
He talking about whenever. Are we gonna see?
What you say? What
I
happened?
get him on Trap Street Radio. He keep playing.
Oh,
around.
yeah.
Just call me. I'm there, man.
All right, so no
Yeah,
more.
pull up.
I'm gonna give you my math too, so you can.
All right, so
All
no more.
right,
So no more.
Soji, turn this way for me.
Okay. Oh damn! Like this damn controller. Okay, there we go.
Marcus, where are you?
Yeah, big shout out to Marcus, man, Ting, Jordan
Word
for the
up.
world,
Huge
just everybody
shout
that
out to
showed
y'all.
up,
Most definitely.
that take the time.
Wait,
but listen,
is
man,
Twin
just
still here?
Shout out to the World Traveler too,
He's
man.
right there.
Hey, yo, shout out to
Come
Cosmic
up on the
Kai in the
stage.
building. You what's going on, though, yo, fam?
All
What's
right,
good, though,
everybody
yo,
turn
family?
this way.
Kip in the building.
Kip Yeezy.
Twin, come on with the arthritis and get up here.
Twin, where have you been?
He was skating. He did that quick too. He was skating off that joint, you know.
There
I
we
know
go.
he's on I told you he was already on the stage.
There we go. Perfect.
Lighter in a day.